Morning, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Monday morning. Had beautiful weather this weekend, especially again on Saturday as the Huskers had their home opener of the season. Again, as far away from the weather we could have had last time that Akron was in town back in 2018 when we had thunderstorms, and that game got canceled because of the weather. It was picture perfect Saturday evening, so hope everyone got a chance to get out and enjoy it. Sunday, too, weather was absolutely picture perfect. A little chilly yesterday morning, had some record lows in eastern Nebraska, but the big story when we look at the weather as we head into the day today and over the course of the upcoming week is going to be a return to some warmer temperatures finally heading our way, as well as some scattered rain chances both early this morning and again late tonight. So again, that kind of tops your headlines. Those scattered showers and thunderstorms, not expecting any severe weather. There could be some thunderstorms that produce some locally heavy rain, not only this morning, but potentially tonight as well, as we'll see some increasing moisture into the area. So again, that will lead to some higher humidities, I think, at times this week. And we're finally going to see a return to some above average temperatures. As again, we've had about the last 2 weeks, last week of August, first week of September here, with below average temperatures, but we're finally going to kind of flip that trend a little bit. This is a look at the September high temperatures so far in Lincoln. And again, you'll see first 7 days of the month, all below average. Again, if you look at the normal high temperatures for the first week of September, from September 1st to today, it goes from 85 down to 83. And again, we haven't even been into the 80s yet. Yesterday, a little bit warmer, up to 78 degrees. Saturday, again, high of 72. Friday, high of 70. So again, some cool temperatures to start the month of September. You'll stay cool today, below normal temperatures today, but as we head through the week, temperatures will gradually be climbing back up into the 80s. I think maybe peaking up to near 90 degrees later this week. And again, also likely seeing some higher humidities for us as well. So that's something we'll keep a close eye on. Numbers from yesterday, 78 and 44. Again, the 44 yesterday, again, it was a cool morning, just a couple degrees away from the record low of 42 degrees. That was first set back all the way in 1944. Again, 83, the normal high temperature yesterday. We were close, but again, a few degrees below normal. And again, so far for the month, still sitting at a $1.94 for our rainfall. Again, that all fell on the 1st of September. Haven't had any measurable moisture since then. So about 2.5 inches below normal now for the year to date. Sunrise time right at 7 a.m. Sunset all the way down to 7:50 now. And again, we're just probably 6 or so weeks away from falling back. I believe it's going to be in early November. We'll set the clocks back an hour. So again, losing some daylight out there. But again, have been enjoying the cooler temperatures. Lows this morning, not nearly as cool as they were yesterday morning. It was anywhere from the low 50s to the low 60s for most of the state this morning. 56 at the Lincoln Airport, 58 up in Omaha, 50 in Tekamah. It was one of the cooler spots there in eastern Nebraska. Alliance did drop down into the upper 40s this morning. A far cry again. They dropped down to 28 degrees late last week for their morning low, so quite a bit warmer for them. Low temperatures across the Lincoln Metro on the Tempest weather stations, upper 50s, low 60s out there. So again, above average temperatures for our lows this morning. And again, dealing with some showers, isolated thunderstorms, especially for parts of south central, southeastern Nebraska early this morning. So you look at Skyview cameras across the state, dealing with some cloudy skies. Now in Lincoln, we've seen at least some sprinkles. Northern part of town maybe saw a little bit more. And then as you get into the northern parts of Lancaster County, they've seen some rumbles of thunder already this morning. Otherwise, at least right now, Omaha, Grand Island, North Platte, things are pretty quiet. So here in the capital city, 65 at the studios here in Midtown Lincoln, 64 at the airport. Wind is out of the south at 11 miles an hour. Could be a bit on the blustery side today. Could see some winds gusting up to around 30 miles an hour. Dew points, though, still pretty comfortably in the middle 50s for us. Temperatures currently on the Tempest weather stations generally sit in the middle 60s. Statewide current readings are in the upper 50s to the lower to middle 60s. Dew point numbers aren't too bad. In the low 50s to low 60s, I think that though these numbers will be rising, and especially not only today, but as we head through the week. I don't think it's going to be overly humid, but again, dew points back into the 60s, maybe even mid to upper 60s at times this week is what we can expect. Winds out of the south, 5 to 15 miles an hour, and I think as we head through the day today, We'll look for these, again, out of the south, 10 to 20 miles an hour, some gusts to 30 miles an hour, not out of the realm of possibility. So, again, a little bit blustery out there for our Monday. Satellite radar picture, again, here in southeastern Nebraska. We've seen some scattered showers, some rumbles of thunder early this morning. Again, like I mentioned, already had some rain move through parts of the Lincoln Metro, and we do still have some showers. And, again, maybe an isolated thunderstorm across portions right now of Seward and Saline counties. And so, again, that activity basically drifting due east. So, again, here in Lincoln and across much of Lancaster County, we may still see some additional showers and perhaps some rumbles of thunder as we head through the morning hours. Again, mainly some light to maybe moderate rain kind of mixed in with these. But there could be, again, with the amount of moisture that we're going to kind of have being pulled northward through the day today, some pockets of heavier rain at times. I think the best chance for that would likely be late tonight into the overnight hours and into very early on your Tuesday morning. Otherwise, most of the state right now is dry as we start our Monday. Again, satellite radar picture showing mainly just that activity here in the southeastern corner of the state. If you look at the visible satellite imagery, we can see a little bit more robust thunderstorm development down to our south across portions of central Kansas, and that's where, again, they've seen a little bit heavier thunderstorm activity so far this morning. Again, you can see that activity as you zoom out on the satellite and radar picture. That's where the severe weather threat likely would be today, is kind of cross portions of central into southwestern Kansas. As a little bit of upper-level energy pushes east into the area as an upper-level ridge begins to build in from the west. And it's that upper-level ridge that's going to send temperatures climbing as we head through the week this week. But again, outside of the scattered showers and thunderstorms there in southeastern Nebraska and north-central Kansas, things are pretty quiet across much of the middle parts of the country. You zoom out, look at a national view, things pretty quiet across much of the country. Nearing the peak of hurricane season and also the tropics right now, Atlantic Basin into the Caribbean, things are pretty quiet in terms of tropical development, so that is good news. If you look at the weather alerts, there's not a whole lot going on. Again, there's some frost advisories up and across parts of New York and into parts of New England, some air quality alerts in the Pacific Northwest, but really not much going on. You zoom in closer here to home, and again, nothing for us to worry about really as we head through the day today. So if we check out Skycast, again, we're going to continue to watch for some scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms as we head through the morning hours, slowly drifting through portions of southeastern Nebraska. I think partly to mostly cloudy skies is a good bet for the day today to go along with those breezy south winds through the day. And then as we head late tonight, a little bit of that energy begins to, again, move back into the area. So I think we'll see an uptick in showers and thunderstorms, likely not until probably after 10 o'clock. Again, I think a lot of it could come while we're sleeping tonight through the overnight hours into early on your Tuesday. But in southeastern Nebraska, we'll watch for some of those additional showers and thunderstorms to develop overnight tonight and into your Tuesday morning. Again, some of those could produce some heavy rain, half an inch to maybe an inch of moisture, if not more, for some folks, not out of the question in southeastern parts of the state. And then through the day on Tuesday, we should see skies clear out, rain chances dry up, I think, by the afternoon. Sunny to mostly sunny skies. Some warmer temperatures begin to arrive as those south winds will continue to push some warmer air our way, but dry through most of the day Tuesday. And then again, as we had Tuesday night into the day on Wednesday, we are looking at mostly sunny and generally dry conditions across much of the state. Again, there could be a spotty shower kind of here or there, but most areas likely stay dry. So rainfall potential over the course of the next week. Again, a lot of this is going to be coming today, tonight, and then to early Tuesday, especially for southeastern Nebraska. But again, quarter to half inch. Again, certainly not out of the realm of possibility. I think that's probably the most likely range for a lot of folks, but there could be some spots that see some heavier rainfall up to half an inch to maybe an inch. Can't be ruled out, but most of the state generally looking at a half an inch or less of moisture as we head over the course of the next week. Severe weather outlook, again, not expecting any severe weather today. Best chance for stronger storms would likely stay to our south across portions of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, where we have a marginal and slight risk. Also have a marginal risk across the northern plains, parts of Minnesota and the Dakotas. Into the day tomorrow, marginal risk, again, western Kansas down to western Oklahoma, western Texas, but for most of the 10-11 coverage area, not expecting any severe weather. Not expecting any severe weather on Wednesday either, but again, won't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm across the area. So if we zoom in, take a closer look, we'll watch for those scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms kind of drift through southeastern Nebraska through the morning hours. I think as we get into the afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy, but generally dry. Breezy south winds expected as we head through the day today. Temperatures staying below average. Then as we head towards late tonight, we'll we'll start to watch for some additional redevelopment in those showers and thunderstorms. Best chance for that for Lincoln and southeastern Nebraska, though, likely comes as we head overnight tonight, past midnight, and then into very early Tuesday morning. We could wake up to some wet roads and wet yards early tomorrow morning, but then the rain chance dries up. Skies clear out. Should see mostly sunny, slightly warmer conditions as we head through the day on Tuesday. Again, parts of northeastern Nebraska Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, could see a few showers, thunderstorms, and then as we head into the day on Wednesday, again, mostly to partly sunny skies. Again, a spotty shower here or there, but generally dry for most areas. So temperatures staying below average today, especially for the eastern half of the state, generally in the low to mid 70s, including 76 here in Lincoln, 77 in Grand Island, a little bit closer to normal, if not above average for the western half of the state, low 80s to even low 90s. So we'll call it 80 in Kearney, 87 in North Platte, right around 90 for Alliance this afternoon. Low temperatures tomorrow morning, above average, upper 40s to upper 50s to right around 60 degrees. High temperatures tomorrow take a little bit of a step forward, especially for the eastern half of the state. Look for highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. This is pretty close to where we should be this time of year, including 81 in Lincoln, 83 in Grand Island, but upper 80s to near 90 in the western half of the state, including 88 in North Platte, again 87 in Scotts Bluff. Lows Wednesday morning, again more of the same, upper 50s, low 60s for most. Temperatures take another step forward by a few degrees Wednesday afternoon, especially for the eastern half of the state, low to mid 80s, a little bit cooler in the west. Again, this is pretty close to where we should be this time of year. And then even warmer as we head into the day Thursday morning, starting out with mid-60s, but then Thursday afternoon, we're looking at mid to upper 80s to even right around 90 degrees. Friday morning, mid to upper 60s. Friday afternoon, it's upper 80s to right around 90 degrees for most of the state. And that likely continues as we head into game day on Saturday. Again, Houston Christian in town in Lincoln for a 11 a.m. kick, and right now forecasted high on Saturday right around 90. So again, much different next week or this weekend compared to what the weather we had on game day this last Saturday when we had temperatures into the 60s to start the game, 50s by the end of the game. It will be a warm Saturday afternoon inside Memorial Stadium, especially when you have about 90,000 folks packed inside there. So Lincoln 7-day forecast, again, best chances for rain early this morning, and then again late tonight and into the very early Tuesday morning. I think Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, dry. Thursday, small chance for some moisture. Friday, dry. Saturday, Sunday, this weekend, again, small chance for some moisture. Temperatures look like they'll peak Saturday with the high right around 90. Cooling back a little bit on Sunday, closer to normal, with temperatures falling back to the lower 80s. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state. Again, you can see that general warming trend as we head through this week. Temperatures peaking Friday, Saturday, before falling back a little bit closer to normal into the early parts and first half of the week next week for us. Dew point temperatures, again, not crazy high today, but you can kind of see that humidity returns at least a little bit as we head through this week. Those dew point numbers climbing back into the 60s. So again, touch humid at times. I don't think it's going to be terrible, but again, it's going to be higher than it's been for the last week or so. So a little bit more noticeable as we head through this week. Rain chances, again, highest today into very early Tuesday for eastern and southeastern Nebraska, but then pretty spotty after that as we head through the second half of the week. This weekend, those low-end rain chances do look like they return and then hang on as we head through the first half of the week next week. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. I have to admit, I liked this map a lot better when it was showing the blue and the below average temperatures, but again, we've seen that pattern kind of flip right now, favoring above average temperatures. Again, this takes us from September 15th through September 21st. So again, through mid to late to the at least second half of September here, favoring those above average temperatures. Again, in that time frame in Lincoln, normal high temperatures running the range from 81 to about 78. So again, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be hot, but it's going to be warmer than normal, or at least the odds would say we're going to be warmer than normal during that time frame. Also continues for most of the state to favor above average precipitation, so that's something we'll obviously keep an eye on as we head through that time frame as well. We'd like to see at least a little bit more moisture hit the bucket. Again, started off September with 2 inches of rain here in Lincoln, but haven't really seen anything measurable since. And so we'd like to, again, eat into that at least yearly deficit if we can. So, again, we'll keep an eye on those climbing temperatures as we head through the week. Best chance for rain, again, in Lincoln. We'll likely see a little bit of moisture here move through. potentially over the course of the next hour or so, as we do have some showers and thunderstorms, isolated thunderstorms just to the west of town. So we'll keep an eye on that. But then again, late tonight, overnight tonight, and into very early Tuesday, we'll also keep an eye on the potential for some redevelopment for some of those showers and thunderstorms that could potentially produce some areas of heavy rain. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. Just again, make sure you have a good way to get that weather information. So again, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011 both on air and online for all the forecast details. Make sure you have the 1011 weather app downloaded on your phone. Make sure you have the 1011 app downloaded on your Roku, your Apple TV, your Fire TV, all those different ways that you can kind of see us when we do these things live. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. As always, hope everyone has a nice Monday.